Hello, everybody, and welcome here to Watkins Glen International Raceway as we're getting set for race number 15 of the third season of the DRL Red Bull GT Series. We're going to have another caution-free race, this time at Watkins Glen International Raceway. Of course, I just recorded the Oreo Cup Series at Sonoma, which also went caution-free because I turned off cautions because I don't want one lap of green and then caution, one lap of green. You basically get the picture as far as that is concerned. Getting ready for our 15th race on the season. After today, we'll have 8 more races left to go, but here's the catch. This series will be off next week because we'll just have the Oreo Cup Series in action from Homestead Miami Speedway. I hope you'll join us for that next week. And then the following week, these two, the Red Bull GT Series and the Oreo Cup Series, will be in a joint effort race weekend from Pocono. That should be a lot of fun. So, yeah, but back to the Red Bull GT Series that you guys are looking forward to. E Aurora is on the pole position. She is 4th in the point standing. She's also the rookie points leader alongside of A Crenshaw, who comes in this race 10th in the points. Of course, she just came back from the race weekend from Loudon, which we're heading to tomorrow for the Oreo Cup Series. Of course, came back from the Diva Cup race yesterday. S Ozkan in row number 2 comes in this race 18th in the point standings, and Trinity Lee alongside. Trinity Lee has been free falling through the points the last couple of weeks. She is currently situated. She is now 30th in the driver's standings. You look at the rest of the starting lineup. Emma Kaiser there. The points coming into this race are as follows. T Noguera is the points leader by 39 points over Kyler Anderson and T Mauser. They are tied for 2nd in the points. Tied for 4th in the standings is E Aurora and Chaz Farmer, who, by the way, will be in the 55 car tomorrow for Go or Go Home qualifying. We'll explain that in tomorrow's Oreo Cup Series situation. Courtney Lynn is 6th in the point standings. Will Parrish dropped 5 spots down to 7th. Carlos Rodriguez gained 5 spots up to 8th. Jesse Art dropped 3 spots down to 9th. And Annie Crenshaw is 10th in the standings as we're going to get ready for today's race here at the Glen. Looks like nobody is having issues, hopefully. Everybody's rolling off. Okay, cool. So you basically know the schedule for next week, as I said. We have the Oreo Cup Series at Miami next week, Homestead Miami Speedway, to be more specific. That will be, I believe, a night. Yeah, that will be a night race. So we will have, I believe, Go or Go Home qualifying in the daytime, and I believe and then the main event will be at night. That's basically the plan. If not, it'll be at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time and then 9 o'clock Eastern for the main event. But it's time to go GT racing. The Red Bull GT Series race number 15 is green. And no matter what happens, if you get involved in a wreck, you just keep going because there's no cautions that's going to save you. As Saman Oskin is now in the 2nd position. Somebody ran off the track off of turn number 1 as we're down the back straightaway for the first time here today. Getting up into the higher gears, heading to the inner loop. Looks like we have a little separation there. We'll get to that in just a second. Oh, Tatiana Noguera's in trouble. Oh, Maddie Crenshaw, Kyle Langeland, Chaz Farmer, we just talked about. Addie Peterson had troubles. Is that Ricky Cervantes doesn't have any damage. Andrew Williams was 12th. Let's see what happened here. Let's go to Tatiana Noguera because looks like she ran wide. Noguera's going to be out of the race as a result. And that's the points leader, may I remind you. It looks like Bradley Ream got into Noguera and nowhere for Andrew Williams to go. And then right there is where Maddie Crenshaw. Oh, Addison Peterson got a piece of it. Wow, she got air. That would be why Chaz Farmer was smoking. Cervantes and Kaiser were into the guardrail. And there's how Kyle Langeland got involved. So what a disaster of a start for Tatiana Noguera, the points leader, out of this race. That's big for Kyler Anderson, T Mauser, the two guys that were trying to run her down for the points lead. Jazz Farmer was 5th in points coming into this race. He is going to be out of the race when this is all said and done. Kyle Langeland is out of the race. That's a tough break for Kyle. As my key is getting a little stuck there for some reason, my up key. I apologize about that. Chaz Farmer was 5th in points. Noguera was the points leader coming into this race. Maddie Crenshaw, it's been a rough season for her. I noticed Henrietta Fitzwater is off the lead lap. Something must have happened. Oh, she was involved in another wreck. Oh, wow, we had another big wreck. Okay, I didn't see this part. Let's see what happened up here. I think this happened in the S's. Looks like Bradley Reen got in another 3-wide situation. That's one of the Mustangs. I think that's Cody Smart. No, that's Crenshaw. That's Crenshaw. That's top 10 the point. Wow, what a shot Annie Crenshaw just took. So now that's why, now we know why those cars are a lap down. Hope those drivers involved are okay. That was a big shot there. That was scary for Henrietta Fitzwater and Annie Crenshaw. Looks like both did climb out of their cars okay. I think Crenshaw needed assist. Crenshaw gave this race 10th in points. Henrietta Fitzwater 16th in points. Addie Peterson 17th in points. I'm just naming off drivers who were running well in points that were involved. So we had 1st, 5th, 10th, 11th, 16th in points, all involved in the first incidents of this race. Right now, 6 have gone behind the wall. They are going to take Henrietta Fitzwater and Annie Crenshaw. Of course, the golf cart's already taken. We'll take both of them to the infield care center, make sure they're okay. But what a shot those two took into the tire wall. Thank goodness that was a tire wall. If that was a concrete wall, that had to hurt. Lane Aurora, former winner this season, in the number 13 machine. She comes to this race, the rookie points leader. The guy who's trying to run her down for the rookie points lead, that would be Sebastian Palmer. He's all the way down in 14th. That's how far. He's only a total of 36 points back of the rookie points lead. So Elena Aurora, regardless if she has problems or not, she will still be the rookie points leader heading into our next race in 2 weeks at Pocono. There's Summit Ozkan. Will Parrish at 3rd right now. Good run for Will Parrish in the early going of this race. Will dropped 5 spots down to 7th in points. He was 2nd in points after last week's race at Chicagoland. So we very well may see some drivers moving themselves inside the top 10 of the points after a number of drivers who came in running well in points going to take some hits. So the points are really going to get shaken up heading into our next race in 2 weeks at Pocono. Which we'll talk about our motorsports calendar in just a second. I'm actually going to pull that up right now. Yeah, do not remind me about that, please and thank you. So as I said, next week, Red Bull GT Series will be off. We will just have the Oreo Cup Series from Homestead Miami Speedway in terms of the championship, as we're going to give you our Wendy's race menu for anyone that's curious what we got coming up on the schedule. So we have Homestead Miami Speedway next week. Hope you'll join us for that. That's after this. That's after they go to the track we just came from that we will be going back to tonight. That will be Loudon. So I have the Oreo Cup race tomorrow. We first have Go or Go Home qualifying tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll have the seventh race for the Oreo Cup Series at Loudon. Next week, it's Oreo Cup only at Homestead. If it's a day race, it'll be a 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We'll have Go or Go Home qualifying at 10 a.m., 1 o'clock Eastern for the race. If it's a night race, it'll be 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Go or Go Homer, and then a 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for the race. Then the following week, we'll have Red Bull GT Series and the Oreo Cup Series for the first time at the same racetrack. But this is where the complicated schedule comes into play. That's an interesting way to say it. At 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, when we meet in 2 weeks for the GT Series, of course, we will have Oreo Cup Series Go or Go Home qualifying. Yeah, you don't normally see it on the first thing on the schedule before the Red Bull GT Series race, but hey, it's fine with me. So I have Go or Go Home qualifying for the Oreo Cup Series first, followed by the Red Bull GT Series race in the championship, race number 16 to be exact. That will be at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Of course, Oreo Cup Go or Go Homer will be at 10 a.m. And then we will cap it off with the Oreo Cup Series race at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday. Because they'll have final practice Tuesday, and then the race will be Wednesday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Hope you'll join us for that race. That's going to be very interesting seeing how that will play out. Chaz Farmer's gone behind a wall, and we're being told Ingrid Pollard is 2 laps down. I wonder if she got stuck in the gravel trap. There she is. Looks like she and the 10. Do not tell me that's second in points. It is second in points. There's some damage to T Mauser's car. And that's second in points. Oh boy, this could throw the championship wide open. Well, technically you can say second in points because Timo Mauser and Kyler Anderson were tied. What happened to these two? They got stuck in the gravel trap, we're being told. Yep, there it is. So already first and third in points have had troubles. Let's see. See what happened. Timo Mauser, yeah, he got in the right rear of Ingrid Pollard and sent the both of them around. Of course, that gravel trap does enough to slow the car down a little bit. But this is not what Timo Mauser needed, because remember, he's trying to run down his teammate, Tatiana Noguera, for the points lead. And he didn't need that. Courtney Lynn's all the way back there in 32nd. Not sure what's up with Courtney Lynn's car, but that's a tough break for her. But where's the guy who's trying to run them down for the points lead? The 3. Where's the 3? He's all the way back in 23rd. That's Kyler Anderson. Camus Race tied for second in points. The question is, who would take the points lead? That's going to be the question. Well, actually, Tatiana had a almost 40-point lead. coming into this race. So I think no matter what, I think Tatiana will still keep the points lead despite DNFing on lap number 1. But that points lead is going to get shrunk in a major way. Oh boy, was not expecting we could have a point shakeup, and looks like we're about to have one. There's Luis Hernandez running in 4th. Trinity Lee in 5th, Bradley Ream 6th, Sebastian Palmer 7th. That's the driver who's trying to run down Trinity Lee for the rookie points lead. Brooke Packett and H. Sean Art 9th, and Zachary Fitzwater completes your top 10. Uh-oh. Andrew Williams in trouble. It's like he's off the pace. Did he spin out? Or does he have a mechanical problem? Or did he get involved in something? We're about to find out. I think he must have got involved in something. Nope, he's got a mechanical problem. Oh boy. Do not. That was close. Nearly hit the guardrail there. He is staying off. He is getting off the track though, so he's staying out of everybody's way. So no harm, no foul. He's gonna come to pit road. Let's hope nobody runs into him. Please don't run into him there, guys. Looks like he's gonna get the pit road safely. That's a tough break for him. Not sure what's up with Andrew Williams' car. That's a tough break for him. Dropped 5 spots down to 25th in the points. He did not need this. And I think the only person that would gain a lot of points on Tatiana Noguera is the gal we're watching. That's Elena Aurora. Elena Aurora will be driving the 55 All-Star entry, which will have Ponzo Albanese, Katie Waters, who will be in the car tomorrow for the Oreo Cup Series Go or Go Home qualifying at Loudon. And of course, I'm recording this race at a friend's house if you are not aware of the situation. We were supposed to be back in our house tonight, but because of more issues with the bed bugs and all that, yeah, not thrilled about that. But I'm still doing my best to make sure you guys have NR races for you guys to watch for the time being. Hope you all don't mind. And of course, with the Diva season already finished, all those drivers are going to be somewhat well rested. Well, with the possible exception of Courtney Lynn, J Ard, just to name a few. Because we're going to get ready to start the new season for the final PCS race seasons coming up, which would be the Craftsman Trucks, the Busch, and the Winston Cup Series. I've not announced any plans for season 2 of those series. That still is currently in the works right now, but we'll have to wait and see. So keep that in mind. Ten laps to go. I apologize if I'm recording this race at like 1:30 in the morning. But at least I'm not being bothered, so that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. So, hope you are okay with that, folks. But what is this going to do to the points? I have no clue. We'll have to wait and see when we have our next race in 2 weeks, which, I'll be honest with you, I don't know what to expect in a couple of weeks. The question is Summit going to get around Elaine Aurora? T Mauser. Get an update on Andrew Williams. Looks like he's back in the race. He lost 2 laps doing so with whatever the mechanical problem was on his machine, which is, like I said, a tough break for him. Everybody in the top 10 currently in championship contention, with the exception of Luis Hernandez, who came in mid-season. So those that have run every race this season, as W Parrish nearly ran the back of Summit Ozkan, that was close. And if these two continue to go side by side, which they're trying to, that's going to continue to allow Elaine Aurora to pull away and build that lead even bigger. Hopefully nobody else gets involved. We currently have 31 drivers now on the lead lap. Courtney Lynn the last. Right now we have Andrew Williams, T Mauser third in points, Ingrid Pollard 2 laps down in 34th. Ingrid Pollard 24th in the points. This is not going to help her at all. And then 6 drivers currently out of the race. Chaz Farmer, Maddie Crenshaw has been checked and released from the care center. Oh, I didn't realize both the Crenshaw sisters got taken out on the first lap of the race. Chaz Farmer was taken to the infield care center and has been checked and released. So same with the Crenshaw sisters. Henrietta Fitzwater also out of the race. She has also been checked and released from the care center. T Noguera out of the race, came as race as the points leader, and poor K Langeland also out of the race after being involved in our big wreck in turn number 1 on the first lap of the race. Kyle came in this race 11th in points. That's another driver who came in running well in points who could not afford a poor finish. So right now, we're guaranteed a point shakeup. And Elaine Aurora was like 40-something points back of Tatiana Noguera. And the fact that she has led this race and has led the most laps, she's going to gain a lot of points on Tatiana Noguera if Summit Ozkan can find a way to get around. And here he comes. Speaking of the move, there goes Ozkan to the lead of the race. So Summit Ozkan is now the race leader. And Elena Aurora, who was the hunted, is now the hunter, and vice versa for Summit Ozkan. But that caught Elena Aurora off guard, but Summit Ozkan, who is the quickest car on the racetrack, he's currently pulling away now. I wonder if the tires are starting to go away on Elena Aurora, if she's got a problem, because she's like now falling into the clutches of W Parrish. And we could have a "you blew it," in the words of Cody Smart, knowing that's going to be more than likely true, and then him apologize to me, which you kind of figured that was going to happen. But Summit Ozkan, as W Parrish ran a little bit wide, that also brought Luis Hernandez up, and Ozkan is gone. Summit Ozkan is gone, boys and girls. I was also watching Survivor just to get that caught up before I recorded this race, FYI. Can Ozkan do it? He is a rookie in this series. Keep that in mind. Ozkan, as my headset's about to fall off. Sorry about that. Summit Ozkan is 18th in the points. So this could be a critical win for Summit Ozkan. And with a lot of drivers ahead of him in points who have had troubles today, could possibly put Summit Ozkan back into the top 10 in the points, as looks like Aurora got passed by both W Parrish and Luis Hernandez. Did Aurora pit? She had to pit. Wow, she must have had a tire going down. Oh, Logan Williams in trouble. The DRL president has run into trouble. Oh, the engine let go. He was right behind Sean Art trying to make a pass, and the engine let go on that Corvette. That's a tough break for Logan Williams, so he will be now the 7th driver out of this race. Came as race 22nd in the points. He could not afford a poor finish here. Oh boy. And Elena Aurora came to pit road. A camshaft is what took Andrew Williams out of the race. So not a good day for the Williams brothers, and that will give Courtney Lynn another position up to 30th. Been a difficult day for Courtney Lynn, that's for sure. So Elena Aurora, who led the most laps today, had to come to pit road. Looked like a flat tire, we were being told. So that is a tough break for her. Now the big question is, can any of these drivers make it on the tires they currently have? Or are they going to have to come to pit road? And that's big for this guy, Sebastian Palmer, because remember, he's trying to run down Elena Aurora for the rookie points lead. Keep that in mind. So looks like the points lead is going to shrink big time. What will this do to the points? I have no clue. Down to 2 laps of racing to go for Summit Ozkan. A win, and just like that, he's back in the title contention. Keep that in mind. Want to remind everybody, this copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the DRL and the Blue Hedgehog TV. Any reproduction, rebroadcast, or retransmitted without the express written consent of the DRL and the Blue Hedgehog TV is strictly prohibited. Blue Hedgehog TV wants to thank you fans for your support for the DRL Red Bull GT series, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. Right now, and I'm going to throw this a little announcement, season 4, I'm not sure what the plans are for season 4. Yes, there will be a season 4, but I have not announced what the plans will be as far as, what date the signups will be. It'll probably be probably sometime next year. We will have the resumption of the DRL Red Bull GT series. They'll probably have the rest of this year as far as the off season is concerned. As we have just taken the white flag for Summit Ozkan, one more lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Summit Ozkan also one of the drivers who was trying to run down Elena Aurora for the rookie points lead. He is 4th of the Rookie of the Year standings. And of course, he's going to bypass Fitzwater, and he's also probably going to bypass Palmer because he also led a lap. So just like that, Rookie of the Year, and the points are going to be really tightening up in this deal as we're going through the bus stop and into the carousel for the final time for Summit Ozkan. The last time this 06 went to victory lane was back in Season 2 with J Ard. I also should check if we've raced here last season, which I forgot to do that. I apologize for that. But here we come off of turn number 7. It will be a big win for S Ozkan, who will win today at Watkins Glen. Congratulations to S Ozkan, as I believe he becomes the 3rd different winner. Because in Season 1, it was W Parrish who took the checker flag. And then last season, the defending winner of this race, before I forget, was Kyler Anderson. So S Ozkan becomes the 2nd rookie in a row at this same track to win at Watkins Glen. So we've had three races at Watkins Glen, 3 different winners. Standings are now official. W Parrish, who won the inaugural race in Season 1, will get 2nd. Luis Hernandez 3rd. Trinity Lee 4th. Bradley Reim, Sebastian Palmer, Brooke Packett, Sean Art, Zachary Fitzwater. And welcome to the top 10, Ari Springer. One of her better results on the season. Of course, she's been re-signed to be back in the Red Bull GT Series next season, although she will not be eligible for the Rookie of the Year honors next season, which is a tough break for her. Summer Wagner will get 11th. She will be leaving this series at the end of the season, as she will not be back. Dylan Van Dyke 12th. Tasumi Takashi, Carlos Rodriguez, and Kyler Anderson, the defending winner of this race, will finish in the top 15. You look on down through the remainder of the finishing results. This is going to be where it gets ugly. A tough break for Elaine Aurora. Points leader, or rookie points lead, led the most laps. Flat tire took her out of contention for this win. 29th is where she's going to finish. And I already know Cody Smart's going to do a "you blew it" and apology to me, which we'll do that later. Courtney Lynn was the last driver on the lead lap in 30th. 3 drivers finished the lap down. T Mauser 3rd in points. Andrew Williams and Ingrid Pollard. And then Logan Williams, Chaz Farmer, Maddie, and Annie Crenshaw, Henrietta Fitzwater, Tatiana Noguera, the points leader, and Kyle Langeland did not see the checker flag. Kyler Anderson with the 15th place run. He came as race 2nd in the points. So he's also going to be another driver that's going to gain a lot of points on Tatiana Noguera after her poor finish today. And the points are going to get mighty shaken up heading into our next race in 2 weeks at Pocono Raceway. Of course, we were just at Loudon, New Hampshire. We head back there, this time with the Oreo Cup Series tomorrow. Hope you'll join us for that. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll have Go or Go Home qualifying. Then 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, the USA Today 301 for those drivers. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race from Watkins Glen. If you did, be sure to give this video a like. Subscribe to become part of the PCSRA crew today and the DRL crew as well. We showed your full finish results. Your point standings are down the description heading into our next race in 2 weeks at the Pocono Raceway. Next week, of course, will be Oreo Cup Series only. They're at Homestead Miami Speedway, and then we'll have Oreo and Red Bull together. We'll have Go or Go Home qualifying for the Oreo Cup Series, followed by the Red Bull GT Series at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and then cap it off with the Oreo Cup Series race from Pocono Raceway. We'll see you guys tomorrow at Loudon. Until then, I've been D Van Dyke signing off. Goodbye from Watkins Glen. Thank you for watching another broadcast of the DRL Red Bull GT Series on the PCSRA Sports and Gaming Channel, celebrating 15 years as the best center racing around the world since 2017. We'll see you tomorrow at Loudon.